Want a future with the excitement built in? Be a wave. See your Navy recruiter now.
Go with Navy. Grow with Navy. Live the modern Navy way.
University life, planning, learning, preparing for the future. A few special courses, a summer cruise, and the Navy pays. A midshipman in the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps. A student with a wide choice of studies and a Navy commission ahead. NROTC, a wise decision. For the time of your life, do something with it, something that matters. Talk to your school career counselor or Navy recruiter.
There are stages in human life in which leadership means a lot. This one, for example, where it can mean a Navy-sponsored college scholarship and a great future as an officer in the United States Navy or the Marine Corps by way of the Naval ROTC program. Look it up for yourself. You'll find leadership and excitement are alive and well in the now Navy.
You're something special in the Navy.
The new Navy's got a special place for you and a special new 3-year enlistment.
Yeah, just a minute. When I graduated from high school, I got this terrific job parking cars. So I joined the Navy for just 3 years. Now I'm not parking cars. I'm in Hawaii, working with the radar.
But the new 3-year enlistment is just one of the reasons for getting into today's Navy. If you think you've got what it takes to make it in the new Navy, call 800-424-8880. That's 800-424-8880. You'll find out how you can be someone special in the new Navy with the new 3-year enlistment.
When I first come in the Navy in 1948, I was just like a kid off the street. I didn't know what I wanted to be, but immediately graduating out of boot camp, I started inquiring how to be a deep sea diver. At the time, they gave me a little bit of a runaround, give me a little bit of double talk. So finally they told me, we haven't had a colored salvage diver in the Navy before. So I told them that they were about ready to have one.
Carl M. Brashear, Master Chief Boatswain's Mate, Master Diver, United States Navy. Recipient of the Navy Marine Corps Medal for heroic actions while serving on board the submarine rescue vessel USS Hoist in 1966. During cargo transfer operations in heavy seas, he risked his life to save a shipmate from possible death, sustaining severe leg injury in the process.
I felt a terrible blow on my left leg, but I didn't realize that my leg was torn completely off. The only thing was holding my leg intact was the 2 heel cords that run up the back of your leg. So I immediately got up and was going to take another step to get out of the way and fell over. So this when I realized that my leg was laying off beside of me without a shoe on. So I think the first thing I said, my God, what's my wife going to think about this? They was going to do plastic surgery, and they was going to do various types of operations and have me out on a brace in 30 months. Well, 30 months was too long. I read in a book where that an individual with a BK amputation would have 85 to 90% of his capabilities with this leg that he had before. If I had 85 to 90% of my capabilities, there wouldn't be any reason that a little, I call it a small thing like an amputation, hindering a person from continuing in diving. So I said, hey, old Wartarch can do this thing with my physical fitness. I finally convinced them that if you give me an artificial leg, I'll be out of the hospital, then I'll go back to work as a deep sea diver. So I think the doctors felt sorry for me. They just went along with me. I guess they thought I was nuts or something. They did a guillotine type of operation, and they let me out of the hospital in November the 25th of 1966. I went to Washington, D.C. in January of 1967. I made dives in the deep air rig, the helium and oxygen rig, and scuba swims. Up on the end of the 5 days, the Bureau of Medicine said, well, we think that he is fit for duty. They sent me to Harbor Class Unit 2 diving evaluation for 1 year. When I reported to Harbor Class Unit 2, the officer in charge immediately took me off the side and told me, he said, you're going to make a dive every day. 365 days later, I had me 362 dives. When I first become a diver, the only thing that I could see in my naval career was becoming a master diver and a master chief. I'm presently stationed at the United States Naval Safety Center. So I prepare and deliver safety presentations throughout the diving community and assist in making up instructions for safe diving practice in the diving community. I always thought if I couldn't be up the top, I didn't want to be in the Navy. I just considered that a small thing like an amputation couldn't hold you back. Somehow, I just knew that in order for me to get ahead, I had to stay ahead. I always found if you work hard, no matter what people think about you, they can't hold you back. So you have to constantly motivate yourself and get yourself geared to this and just say, hey, I'm going to make it.
1775. The Navy is born, and the spirit that moved the Navy then keeps Navy men and women moving ahead and looking ahead today. It's the spirit of opportunity to build a future, the spirit of challenge, mind and muscle expanding work, the spirit of adventure and travel. Why don't you get into the spirit? See your Navy recruiter. Build your future on a proud tradition.
Homeward bound, coast of New England.
That's 62 feet. 62 feet.
The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll-free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure. Port of call, South Pacific.
Liberty call, Liberty call.
The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll-free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure.